Welcome to Challenge Forex. My name is Steve, and if you saw my last video, you'll see a backtest example that I did trying to pass a prop firm challenge using a strategy of 3 EMAs and RSI indicated on a 15-minute chart. And the test that I did actually turned out to be a failure, and we actually lost 8 out of 10 trades. I only had 2 winning trades out of 10. And there's possibly a couple of reasons for that, and I'm going to do some experimenting over the next few weeks to see if I can work out what the problem was. But the reason I did that test on the 15-minute chart was it was a request from one of my followers. They saw my videos where I was doing back testing examples on a 1 hour chart using a 1 hour time frame, but they wanted to see if we could pass the prop firm challenge doing the exact same strategy on a 15-minute chart. And we did have a win and a losing period with that, depending on when you actually started the trades, what time of the year it was, and if the market was flat or if it was in the right conditions to actually pass the actual trade in the first place. But what I want to work out now is that better to actually trade on the 1 hour time frame to pass a prop firm challenge, or is the 15-minute chart still acceptable? And my thinking is that on the 15-minute chart, you're actually getting more false signal than you do with the 1 hour chart. So let's get stuck into it today, and we're going to have a look at the same strategy that I used last video when we actually lost the virtual prop firm challenge, a 10K challenge. We actually breached the 10K drawdown rule, and today I'm going to just use a different time of year just to see if the time of the year, or when the actual market conditions are different, will the strategy still work on a 15-minute chart, or is it better to do the same thing on a 1 hour chart? Here we have our MT4 platform, and the actual software is Forex Simulator that we're actually using. Now the difference from the last trade to this one is on the last video we actually did the 1st of the 1st of March 2024. I'm going to go 6 months later and do the 1st of September 2024 using the 15-minute chart to see if we can actually pass. Now with this example, I haven't actually practiced in advance, so we could actually get the same result that we had last time where we actually had a fail, but we will find out soon enough anyway. So we're going to risk 2% to make a 3% gain on each trade. I won't actually go through the indicators with you, but I will show you what we've got loaded on. We've got an EMA 200, and that is in white, EMA 50, which is blue, and EMA 20, which is yellow or gold. The RSI indicator, I'm actually using RSI period 10, and with 3 levels on it, 50, a 30 and a 70. And the standard setting on RSI is usually 14 period, but on the smaller time frame I'm going for a 10 period just so that we can see the fluctuations a little bit better on the actual chart. One other thing with my trading rules as well is I'm only starting to trade from 9 AM on the broker time, which is actually about an hour before the London Open each day. And I can trade from the London Open into the New York session, and that's my window period for trading. Okay, so time to get started. I will explain a little bit more about my rules as we go as well. So we can see here we're actually getting up to the 9 o'clock starting time. Normally when I do these back tests, I lose the first 1 or 2 trades, so don't be surprised if we have a couple of losers straight away. That doesn't mean click off and go and watch another video. It just means hang around till the end and see if we end up winning in the long run. Okay, we had a bit of good luck today. We actually passed our first one successfully, got our first trade through with a win, and a little bit better than usually when we get a loss, but all good. We did actually have another setup here as well later in the day, and that one probably, let's see, based on the actual, oh yeah, that one probably would have passed as well. Yeah, I thought that one might not have actually made it. Yeah, it probably would have. Now, normally we'll only do one trade per day. The prop firm rules say that we can lose up to 4% or up to 5% per day, depending on which broker you're actually using or which company you're doing the prop firm challenge with. So I'm only risking 2% and doing one trade per day anyway. So at the most we can lose 2% in a day, or we can win 3%. So the plan being, if we can win enough consecutive trades to actually pass the prop firm challenge quickly, that's what our goal is anyway. And I found that with the 1 hour chart, we can normally pass with only about 4, 5 or 6 trades, 1 or 2 losses and maybe 3 or 4 or 5 wins. So see what the difference is with this particular setup with 15-minute charts. Okay, we've had our first loss already as well. I don't really like this sideways movement much. It's a bit hard to tell a clear direction, as opposed to, something like this sort of a pullback in this area where the PMAs are actually sloping down. Okay, our time's up. We've actually failed this virtual prop firm challenge as well. So that is 2 failures I've had and 1 win using the 15-minute time frame. And let's have a look at the actual chart and the trades, and we'll see how it actually went. So we can see here, this was pretty much a downhill run all the way. We only had a couple of wins and way too many losses. So total trades was 10, and we actually had same as the previous test I did before, we actually had 8 losing trades and 2 winning trades. So I'm going to say that using this strategy on a 15-minute time frame to pass a prop firm challenge is not a good idea. Next time I'm going to do with a 1 hour chart and just see if we actually end up with a better result, a winning example or a losing example. So watch out for my next video, and let's see if we can do the same thing with a winning and actually win using a 1 hour time period instead of a 15-minute.